Well, it's never a good morning when you're starting out at a tire shop. Oh my God. Oh, you can thank a $4.95 pothole for that one. Okay, so we stopped at Rice Tire. I hit a pothole this morning and I noticed the bulge in the sidewall. So I put my spare tires on the trailer, and I had an extra tire that I just hadn't got put on for another spare. So I pulled in there and the guy was like, well, it's gonna be at least an hour and a half. And I'm like, what if I give you just the wheel and just the tire? And he says, I can do that right now, but the only thing is you'll have to take it off our property for liability to change it. I was like, that's fine. He's like, if you want, there's a TA, which is right where I'm parked right now. He says there's a TA up there, and that would be like probably your best bet to change it. And I was like, yeah, that's fair, because I have all the tools to do it. I brought one of my little tire ramps, and I got my impact. And I was like, you know what? While I'm here, do you have any trailer tires? It's just like, if I'm gonna get rid of one, I need to replace one. So he had, I think it was like Trailer King or something in stock. It was a decent price. It was like $140 or something. But let me stop that. The only thing is I was gonna run these tires till they were bald and then put 14 ply on. But at this point, because I'm constantly replacing one here, one there, like they're not all gonna wear out. So I might just buy all 14 ply and then keep whatever, if it's 3, 4, 5 of the 10 ply, and use those as spare tires and rotate them in as I need them. So, well, we're here in the parking lot. It's still cool out this morning, so it's nice and to be able to do it now. I'm gonna pull this up on this ramp, and it'll take me 5 minutes to change a tire. I just don't understand people. Like, you leave all your trash. There's the trash can. Like, how can you not just walk into a trash can? Well, you know, we had to stop at Kinley. We even got to park up front. Beautiful day out here. I'm so happy. I wore shorts today. I made that mistake yesterday wearing jeans, and I was hot. I just had to buy a pair of sunglasses because I must have left my Oakleys in the mega cab, because I usually keep them in here, but unless they fell on the floor somewhere and I don't see them, I usually keep my good Oakleys in here. But just picked up a cheap pair from Kinley here, because I was getting a headache because it's so sunny. Just checked on the load. Everything's riding great, which is good news. That bike just worries me, but got enough room in between them that if something were to happen with the bike, whether it would be shifting, if God forbid it fall over or something, it's got room in between the vehicles, and it hasn't moved a single smidge, which is kind of why I like that E-Track, which MyT Products is actually sending me a motorcycle mount, like where you put the front tire in, that clips into E-Track. So they're sending me one for free, and they want me to show it off, which they gave me like a list of things I could choose from, and everything was just like, you know, regular run-of-the-mill popular stuff they sell. And the that motorcycle thing really caught my eye. So it clips down into the E-Track, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that, but I'm really happy with the way it's riding. The only thing is, with that Corvette not having a motor in it, it's a little light in the front, so I'm getting a little bit of sway up over 70 miles an hour. So what I was saying was, before I was interrupted by someone offering dispatch services, which I don't need, since that Corvette doesn't have a motor and the BMW's heavy, I'm getting a little sway over 70 miles an hour. It's not bad, but it's like, I see where it could get out of control if I didn't have any weight in the front of that trailer. So it's okay. It's just something I noticed coming down the road. Once we got into North Carolina, we actually started rolling pretty good. So I guess I'm gonna just take a little break here and then get on down the road. It's one of these days where These days are my favorite, where there's no loading, there's no unloading. It's just driving at your own pace. And when you drive at your own pace like this, you end up getting more miles done because there's no other stressors. And as long as your load's going, you don't have to meet appointment times or business hours, and it's a lot less stressful. You know, I can see why people that can be away from home so much enjoy running, you know, across the country, where you load on the East Coast and deliver on the West, because you have those days of just all you got to do is drive. And as long as you're not meeting a tight deadline or hit traffic, it's pretty easy. Or not easy, should I say relaxing. I had one other thing to talk about. So I don't have a return load yet from Florida, which is okay, because I usually try to gauge where I'm going to be delivering at what time, because the last thing I want to happen is to still have time to drive and then be stuck like in South Florida, like, because I gotta wait till the next morning to pick something up. So I found something up in South Carolina, and I messaged the guy. It was 2 cars, and it was a 65 Shelby and a 22 Corvette, and it didn't say enclosed. So I texted the guy and asked him, you know, what if these cars could go on Thursday, and he said he'd let me know. But then he asked if I had an enclosed, and I said, well, yeah, but it's gonna end up costing you a little more money, because I was gonna ask for more money anyway. So he said he'd get back to me, but we'll see on that. But I've done enough blabbering here on my little break, and we'll see when we get down the road a little bit. Well, I'm having a pretty good day. I don't know why they put these freaking TVs on these things. Anyways, I'm having a pretty good day, but on the broker side of things, I sent a driver to get a car in North Carolina coming up to Pennsylvania, lease return. I had all the information. I mean, the guy that contacted me to get the vehicle hauled had like a ton of information, you know, who to talk to, the phone number of the guy, the VIN number, everything. Like, it's a lease return that was supposed to come back to them. They talked to the guy on Friday, apparently. I sent the driver today, which would be, what's today? Today's Tuesday, and now magically, like, the car's gone. Like, they had somebody pick it up, and the guy who was getting the lease return never sent anybody for it. So, of course, they have no record of anybody of who picked it up or like where the car is. So the bigger problem is where is this car? But now, you know, I got to take care of my driver for, you know, a dry run fee. And it comes down to that tricky thing where these big brokers want to be like, we don't pay dry run fee, you have to call ahead. Well, even when you call ahead, sometimes you don't get anybody that knows what they're talking about. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out as we go, but it's just one of those things that you can't overly stress it, because it's kind of my side, you know, my extra portion, or not my main in-source come, but it'd be nice to have things run smoothly. Ruining my video. Well, I don't know how well it'll show up on video, but the truck directly in the lane in front of me has no lights, and it's just riding around in the right lane, and we've been following him for about 3 miles. Thought maybe he'd stop and get off, but I saw a couple people like come up beside him and slow down and honk their horn. I don't know if he knows or not, but that's just the reflections on the back from my headlights on the DOT tape. But he's got 0 taillights. My camera would focus. That's a sweet little setup right there.
Turn left, then turn right on Technology Boulevard.
A boat hauler. Stephen Barr Transport. We're here at Buc-ee's. Breakfast time. So, figure we stop here at Buc-ee's for breakfast. Last night after, I don't know what my last clip was. These little freaking gnats. I got bit up this morning when I got out to do my pre-trip. You see it's still dark. Anyways, I don't know what my last clip was, but last night was kind of frustrating. We had, I stopped at, I should remember where it was. I want to say it was Brunswick, Georgia. I stopped at the Pilot there I hadn't eaten since breakfast, since like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was almost 9 o'clock. So I was like, I'm gonna sit down and eat, like a sit-down dinner. Well, I get into, they had a Denny's there, and I usually like Denny's. I get in there, and they had one waitress, poor girl, was working her butt off. There was one waitress, and when I counted, there were 17 tables of people for one freaking girl. So she finally came over to me after about 10 minutes or so, with me sitting down, which I understood, and I just went ahead and ordered my my drink and my meal all at the same time to try to hurry it up. And she was running her butt off, and I appreciate that. I actually ended up leaving her a $100 tip because I felt really bad for the girl. It sucks that when the good employees end up getting punished, just, you know, mentally and physically, when other people don't show up for work, and that's a shame when you're the one that shows up and you get punished. But other than that, then I couldn't find parking, so we moved up to a rest stop. But we're here at Buc-ee's. We're gonna get breakfast, and we're gonna deliver this BMW first around 11 o'clock this morning. Okay, well, we're we're like 8 miles outside of Naples, Florida, and there's signs for staging. You guys know the Hurricane Ian just hit down there. There's signs for, like, they must have been staging power. Yeah, over here they got the over to the left. See that sign there? They got a big staging yard for linemen, and yeah, they got a bunch of bucket trucks and stuff back there. And anyways, so something happened for the first time, and I'm turning the camera to say this to the camera. I did something for the first time, and I hit a dead alligator in the road. Never have I ever. I've seen one alligator dead on the road, and that was on 95 in Georgia somewhere last year. And yeah, so it didn't really mess up the hit it on this side. It's like a 2-lane road, and the car in front of me swerved, and I just kind of went to miss it. It was probably maybe 4 foot, little baby alligator, maybe 4 foot, maybe 5 foot, somewhere around there. And it kicked up off that rear tire and hit the front of the trailer. Didn't really damage anything. It kind of bowed the diamond plate in a little bit, but it's like fixable. It's nothing big. But never have I ever had to swerve to miss an alligator. So they got stuff pretty good, well cleaned up down here from what I can see. I mean, I've seen some down trees, and everybody's got their I guess maybe they do something where the town or companies will come pick up, like, down trees and stuff, because everybody's got their stuff pulled out to the road. And they probably have those big grapple trucks that are like, it's like a big dump truck pulling like a big another like dumper. Big tree service guys have them. Anyways, I don't know if they have those where they're coming around, and the city or a town or whatever county's paying to have the stuff picked up if you bring it out to the road. So other than that, I'm sure once we get a little more towards the water here, we'll see a little more damage. But other than that, it's been it hasn't been too crazy. I mean, I guess Florida's used to cleaning up quick. I haven't really seen any roofs torn off buildings, but we'll see once we get closer to. I wonder what the chances are of this truck and trailer combination. I don't know if I can show the tires. Can I look back there? No, I can't show them. All the tires on this side of the trailer are completely bald. This dude is loaded to the gills with trees. Hold on, he's moving. See, hold on. Can you see that tire? Completely bald. Focus, camera. Like, woo! Only in Florida. And I bet you that thing's never been washed. So you guys remember a while back when Copart and Kaufman posted that they bought a bunch of 5500s, and this one's got a Mini 5 behind it. I mean, that's a brand new trailer. Look how clean the wheels are. I mean, look how clean the whole trailer is. So, catastrophe team. So, I've been coming across the... I'm almost into like Arcadia area. If you know where that is in Florida. Let me look up this road real quick. It says 70. It cuts right across Florida. Like cuts Florida right in half. And I came down 95, I guess because of traffic in Orlando, and then coming down to Naples. That's this right here. This one getting fuel is a 22nd truck, Copart truck and trailer that I've passed on that, just on that road. 22nd. So they got some serious equipment down here. I'm guessing they're moving flood cars from, I'm gonna guess from, you know, like the Naples area, the West Coast, probably more inland or to the East Coast, just because the lots don't have room for storage for all these flood cars. So some Mini 5s, they got some Buckeye trailers. They got, I saw one wedge. So if you think, what I say, 21 and an average of, I don't know, just say an average of 4 cars a piece between all of them. Yeah, that's over 100. Yeah, it's between 80 and 100 cars that have, because some of them I guess have 5. So just say an average of 4. You know, 80 plus cars moving all the way across. That's a lot of money. Copart's got invested in these, and a lot of money I'm sure the insurance companies are paying for.